Actually, what's crazy is Beast Coast didn't start with a smoke. We almost always see, or sorry, not Beast Coast, LGD didn't start with a smoke. We almost always see both teams smoke up at the beginning. Sometimes you do it right away, sometimes you wait a little bit, but they do not have theirs right now, unless one's on a courier somewhere. So maybe that means they're just going to do a very defensive start. Which, so far, they did use Simian Stride to get out on the map first. Place all these observers. One of the benefits to Simian Stride, you are so insanely fast. You hop onto a tree out of the fountain, use Primal Spring, and then just start hopping everywhere. You can always get out to place your defensive wards first. Smoke immediately broken on the side of Beast Coast. Yeah, it looks like that was LGD's plan. Really good positioning around these wards.
He's looking to break Moo's smoke on the left side. They actually will find the Monkey King for a second. El Micho almost cutting the tree there. Spot. Yeah, they're trying so hard. They're like, we're going to find this guy. But he's actually just going to be able to take their rune behind him. They are... Ooh. Very close. All right, PYW does not get punished.
I don't know if that was a misclick or he got scared of the Dragon Knight.
I think he was scared of getting Dragon Tailed. Because if he gets Dragon Tailed there, his Simian Stride's definitely broken, right? He'll go below the threshold, and he's not getting out of there.
Yeah, First Blood not really worth giving up for a bounty rune.
Obviously, he didn't know that the DK, you know, has Breathe Fire, but you can't risk it. Definitely can't risk that.
Yeah. He would start Dragon Tail if he got him a First Blood.
Okay, so let's look at these lanes. Moose here with the help of the Chaos Knight doing a pretty good amount of damage here, trying to just slow down this Timbersaw's start here. But they're already wave dragging. You mentioned this, right? You've got a Monkey King on the 4 position who's just going to drag waves and make things a little bit easier, which I'm not super surprised.
Yeah, it's not an easy lane for Timber, although he usually does well versus strength melee heroes like CK. CK hits really hard, plus the harass from the Jakiro will make it pretty difficult. Getting a courier snipe already on the Monkey King before it delivered its items as well, which is pretty annoying for Moose. That's actually crazy. He dragged the wave, and usually what you'll see carries do is then bring their own creep wave up behind the tower like this. Oh, another courier kill maybe?
Oh, never mind. He cuts the tree. Very good. Blood Grenade comes out. The CK level 2 gets the minus armor from that Reality Rift. Another stun. And this will be first blood for Moose on the Jakiro. Quick reactions there from the CK. Nicely done.
Yeah, you take those. I was about to say, I was gonna talk about the benefits of Simian Stride. You can do a creep pull, and then usually it takes you a while to catch up, and you miss some XP while the carry does that. But he's actually so fast with Simian Stride, he got there for the XP, but maybe a little too fast. He got himself killed.
He's coming to the bottom side of the map here to find some help at killing Vitali. A lot of damage already dropped over onto Y. One more auto attack from El Micho is gonna do it. The Slard are too damn tanky at the beginning of the game. One of the benefits of this hero is his early game base stats are cracked. This guy, very good levels 1 and 2.
And now that you get your innate ability, Seaborn Sentinel, you get some of those river buffs. I guess it shouldn't really be river because he's like from the sea, but water buffs, I guess. When he uses his Slithering Crush, he gets all that extra armor, HP regen, move speed, and it just helps him survive some of these early fights.
Yeah. I'd be curious to know if he's like a freshwater or saltwater fish, you know? I feel
Definitely
like we need that. We need the lore in that. Is it just because Dota's a salty game that you think it's saltwater or what?
That's a better reason. I was gonna say, as fast it's called Brine Guard, which is literally a saltwater descriptor.
Okay.
So.
All right. Fair. That makes more sense. All right. Adjust glasses loudly. It's called Brine Guard. Thank you. Bottom lane, Shiro just gonna get walked down here. He sees one more bash from the Slardar, but he will make it under the tower. One of the downsides of playing in the Slardar lane, the further you are from your tower, the higher the kill threat.
Yeah, but that's where Warcry will help him, and they did secure the Lotus as well, so that's a little bit of room to work with. Monkey King's all over the place. It's 4 minutes in. He's been in all 3 lanes already. That's kind of what you want from Simeon Stride. Although, oh, hold that thought. Timber, maybe in a bit of trouble.
He's got no
here.
mana. He's dead. He was 5 mana short of the Timber Chain there at the end. Very good kind of heads up play there from, I'm assuming it would have been the Chaos Knight to make that call, right? He throws the stuns first, realizing he's out of mana.
I think so. I missed if he used Whirling Death. He maybe miscalculated a little there.
God, I love the CK taunt. It's so good.
It's a good one. Make sure you all re-equip your taunts. There was a bug. All of them got unequipped.
Thank
Can't
God
even play
they fixed
Dota
it.
if I can't taunt.
I actually left the game because I couldn't taunt his Tidehunter once. I was like, oh, all right, well, I picked this hero for the taunt.
What's the point?
Why do I even play?
TP
Mid
mid
lane. They really want to try and slow down Lumpy's. Nice Searing Chains, holding him in place. Dragon Tail as well, but the chase continues. Boundless is there, and he will burn. Very nicely done. And that is the 3 points in that Flame Guard, as expected. You know, one of the ways of actually doing damage to this hero. Timber Chain, he is stuck on a cliff, but he is at least safe up there.
I think with nighttime, they couldn't actually see that far to get him, even if they wanted to, so.
Moose did
Should
put a
be
ward
good
over there, though. Did you see that?
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's worth it, but I guess it's pretty out of the way. You're very unlikely to get that de-warded because it's usually more in the center of the lane. Ooh, gets the tree cut, but he's next to his own tower. He should be okay. They are
bringing the
rotating
Oracle
in
up here.
Oracle.
Yeah.
The Observer doesn't see this. This is the downside of the Observer. They don't actually know he's here yet.
They did put a sentry down to try and find the ward and didn't find it. So exactly as you said. Oh, well, he sees him now. Ward's going to scout this. 6 minutes for the power rune. Mid lane will go to the Ember Spirit. Kind of wins the 50-50 trade as Beast Coast brought some heroes from bottom.
Haste is a good one for Ember. He could rotate.
Very good start, yeah. I'd be curious to see if he does. It's a little bit...
for the
lanes are in
Wisdom
weird
Rune steal.
positions, though. Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, with the haste rune, you can just drop a remnant on the mid lane, shove in. Probably this wave coming in here, you just shove it back out and then just haste over to the bottom lane. See if he thinks it's worth it or if he wants to try to go for a kill instead. He's also kind of fine on mana, so he doesn't really have to pop the rune if he doesn't want to.
I feel like if he doesn't, though, the Dragon Knight's going to do a ton of tower damage. But for now, no one actually making a play for these runes. They are still positioned very aggressively on LGD in the top jungle here, as the Timbersaw is just going to lane pull again. That being said, a Dire Scan does come out. There's no way you beat the Monkey King to this rune, thanks to Simeon Stride, so he will go back and grab it.
Ooh, unfortunate Observer here, actually. The sentry that's unblocking the small camp actually catches sight of the Observer in that top jungle.
All right.
But they get a mid lane D-ward as well, so balance in all things. Both teams trying to keep track of this Monkey King. Monkey King looking for opportunities, while Beast Coast, of course, not wanting to give those to the Monkey King and this Simeon Stride, which we've already seen him be all over the map with it. And then
They
TP
force out
rotations as
double
well.
TP bottom. There is still a little bit of time left on this haste rune. It's about to expire, but he's going to chase for Moose, and the Monkey King coming in with a nice boundless strike. Vitali is level 6, though. You've got to respect the Corrosive Haze. Moose will burn here inside of the pit, but the return going to be PYW, as they might look for more. Or DK is going to take your mid tower. Either or. You pick or choose. Okay, they fortify.
This was the Timber pick into the CK, right?
Yes. Ooh, a little bit too aggressive there from El Misho as Echo stuck around. It's some on the slight chains. Nicely done.
I am interested to see how Echo does. He very recently joined this squad, and I think this is the first real tournament, like major tournament, that they're joining with him. So excited to see how he does.
Yeah, same here, actually.
so far doing all right in the counter pick versus Dragon Knight. I mean, Dragon Knight, of course, getting a little bit more CS, but that's kind of understood.
Yeah, I mean, net worth, they're pretty much dead even. I think the kill helps a lot there, but it does just come down to the issue of you're going to build a Maelstrom on Echoes, and your Dragon Knight is probably going to build a Blink Dagger and just Blink Stun you on cooldown. So it gets a little bit spooky in that mid-game timing with the Dragon Knight, and you do have like the Slardar to follow things up as well, so you gotta be very careful of just the damage threat from these two. He is gonna go the Orchid, so it is exactly what we expected in the draft. The Blink Orchid DK. He's gonna find Why You Smile here, Ice Path to come out, and the rest of the team needs to be careful as they could just continue to look for more. Timbersaw low on mana, pops the Lotus though. A little back away.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see how New does. New is, I think a lot of people got their eyes on him in some of their LG. Oh, mid lane.
That's a lot of damage. He needs help. He does have a Remnant, but they're going to try and just get aggressive onto Lumpy. This Flame Guard doing so much work to dispel, but here comes Slardar. It's not enough to save him. The Dragon Knight goes down. The question is, can they get more? A lot of damage, dude. It's going to be Pink coming in on that CK as well. They will trade 2 for 1. As the Slardar proving that he's, you know, DK is not the only scary hero right now.
Maybe this is a saltwater river. Does that exist? Is that a thing?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Totally. In
I'm
Dota,
sure.
It's a thing.
Yep.
Slardar's really fast there because otherwise I don't think he gets that double stun. Like most other heroes would just have to slowly walk in, but not Slardar. Yeah, they actually start on the Ember, but he had the safety Remnant down, so easy Remnant away, and then that's where Slardar's just going to bash people down. Yeah, look at that. Most other people get out there, but not against Slardar.
Really good dual breath from Moose, too, hitting both of them, right? Holding the Monkey K in play so he can't get the leap away. So it was close. Like, they almost disengaged entirely off LGD. Like, Echo's getting out as big. He, you know, instantly teleported to base. They are looking to pressure bottom tier 1 now as they're bringing some extra heroes, forcing Shiro into the jungle, who isn't having a bad game on the Sven by any means. Only a little bit behind, you know, the cores on LGD, but Sven recovers.
Yeah, this is actually where we would expect to see him like really skyrocket in net worth. However, I do think Beastcoast wants to apply this early pressure because as the game goes on, Sven and Timber are both going to be pretty good versus your lineup. Sven with the cleave versus the CK, Timber with the, you know, just the percentage damage versus 3 strength heroes, right? That's going to be really scary the later the game goes. And he struggled a little bit in the lane, but it's not that bad. And he's just going to get harder and harder to deal with. So I think you do want to try to push this lead. A 3K, you know, good start, but they're going to need to get more out of it. And the Blink should really get them going, which Lumpy is working on some stacks in the jungle. That should finish up the Blink here. And I would love to see them just start moving together as a squad. Make space for CK maybe, but like the rest of them can get stuff done.
They're going to know about this ward on the Dire side at the top. They did actually scan out the rotation that they were making, like smoked for the moment. So I think they'll know that that area is warded as the CK is kind of playing a little bit defensively. They get the tier 1 top and they fort again for this mid tier 1 tower. It's falling low, but we'll still survive for the moment as DK's dragon form going to be coming to an end shortly. We're almost to the Vessel on PYW though, and I think that is a huge item this game if he can actually get it and get active with it.
That's true. And that's a pretty early Vessel considering that was not a great lane. He was just creep dragging, but he rotated around. He's got 3 assists, so that's gotten him the gold he needs.
They're looking bottom. He is going to be going right under a ward here on the Ember Spirit though, so he needs to be a little bit careful going too far. They are smoked up here.
Double Blink
Vitali
stun.
and
Dead if they get this.
oh, Searing Chains are out. Vitali is going to go ahead and throw the Corrosive Haze, but they are definitely looking or waiting for someone else to get aggressive and kind of hiding the DK Blink on the backside.
See Sven?
They're trying to chase the Monkey King, but it's just not possible. He's going to go for the 14-minute rune, though, and it looks like the Moose Jakiro is very aware of this. So the Radiant scan, and he immediately TPs to the other side of the map.
Prioritize those wisdom runes, guys. It is good stuff for the supports.
All right. Overall, I feel like that's a win for LGD, right? You had 2 cores smoked up with blink daggers. You don't lose anybody.
Yeah, it's Beast Coast not quite finding anything yet. It's what you want out of the blinks, right? It's an active item. If you want it to farm, there's much better items for it. So not finding any kills yet. We'll see if that changes. But yeah, both blink reveals not really getting anything for them so far. I think that's what LGD wants. They just want to drag this out. Like I said, the war cry later on will be really good. I imagine Timbersaw will pick up like a Shiva's, which will be really good. The late game scaling seems strong for LGD right now. So I think they're fine with just dragging things out. And that's why they fortify the mid tower so much. They just don't want to lose it. They just want to drag it out as long as possible.
Yeah. Now, where are we on the Orchid timings for heroes like DK and the Chaos Knight? Because I feel like the Chaos Knight is also a pretty standard Orchid builder. And in the top side, he's kind of getting rotated on. They have a ward. Both teams kind of being scouted from this. So we'll see PYW on the backside. And El Micho and Moose. I think he's... Maybe they're going to go back to ward that. For now, we'll leave it. All right. Mid lane, looking at Vitaly here on the Slardar. God Strength's gonna get popped as they're gonna try and just chase him down the bound. The strike is there and chopped through by Shiro. Moose, gotta be careful, but they're gonna continue chasing. Macro Pyre comes out, Vessel on the money. That's a nice 2 hero kills. Now is PYW continuing to scout thanks to the Simian Stride in the mid tier 1 tower. Surprisingly, will fall first on Beast Coast. Very good fight.
This is the benefit of Sven, who he's just been quietly farming. We haven't talked about him much, but this hero I think could become quite popular at this tournament because he became viable as a support. And as a core, Sven's always on this delicate balance of being totally ignored or he's incredibly stable. Because even if you give him a bad lane, he just farms fast with cleave. And if he can't farm because they keep invading, once you have God Strength, you actually hit pretty hard. You go for very early items, so you can join these fights. Monkey King.
Very nice pick off.
Not joining any fights for a little bit there. Chaos Knight can actually also get online pretty early in fight, but I mean that's kind of why both these cores are strong, right? It's like decent lanes, decent recovery. Like for Sven, it's the cleave for Chaos Knight. Oh, Ember!
That was such a sick play from the Chaos Knight. He scouted his remnant and they forced him in the mid lane.
Radiant's middle tower
That
has
Orchid massively paying off.
fallen. Radiant's
That's
bottom
essentially a solo
my
kill. I mean,
goodness.
the team helped, but he did it himself.
scanning.
Oh, and
he
they
gets the
find Timber
Dragon
at the
Tail.
top trying
He
to TP in
actually
the
finds
trees.
Timber. Now, he's definitely gonna struggle to get away here, if at all. Yeah, no chance. Lumpy, really good find. That's 2 big pickoffs back to back. They can... I mean, look at why, dude. He is just panicking at the trees here. No way. Yeah. He has no TP anytime soon. Luckily, has a high ground ward to at least give him a little bit of vision to dodge out a potential gank. But
I think he did TP, and then I think he canceled it. Should I help Timber? See if he
Okay.
just sneak his way out. I think Dragon Knight knew he was there, but didn't want to risk it without more information.
Okay. Ooh, early blink on the Sven as well. A lot of times we see like a BKB come out relatively quick, but dude, a lot of items. Another Orchid on the Dragon Knight. So double Orchid for Beast Coast. You have a blink now on your Sven, at least for LGD. And the Ember Spirit working towards a Yules, which absolutely necessary after he got Orchid there from the CK. He needs to be at a defensive item. They really want this Timber. They're going to get him. Beautiful setup here from Vitaly. The Orchid and the damage from the CK. Too much. And of course, the op main El Micho coming in from downtown.
Timbersaw's going for Guardian Greaves, which is not something we see too often. Does make sense this game since Orchid's pretty common on CK, and then it's not that weird to build one on Dragonite either. And it will just be armor for his team. We were talking about the negative armor synergy on Beast Coast. So
oh my gosh,
that's kind of cool. It does limit his damage output, but that's somewhat balanced out by the fact that they're all strength heroes, so you'll do a lot of damage anyways. And you just need to live, which you just saw there. If they jump him, it's a lot. Between the stun, the negative armor, and then the silences, he can't really get out. Once he has the Greaves, at least he won't have to be as worried about the silences, and maybe he'll be able to get a Timber Chain out.
They smoked, I believe, under a ward here. They just saw Monkey King jump over the Watcher as well. PYW is, yeah, he's trying to dodge any potential threat here from Beast Coast, realizing that they are nearby. So they will back away. Yeah, they placed a sentry mid lane after the Timbersaw gank, and it missed the ward and immediately smoked. So I think they saw this coming. But I want to highlight El Misho because you and I have watched a lot of Hoodwink pop off. And this game, he's got a early Maelstrom, right? And he's going to pick up a Gleipnir relatively soon. Ooh. They get on top of Shiro. The Blink, the Dragon Tail in the river. They do get their hands for a moment onto the Ember, but they're just going to tunnel down Shiro. He just dies. They gets the Jakiro into that moment, and now they're going to look for more. Sharpshooter connects onto the Timbersaw, and he cannot escape. There's just too much damage coming out from the side of Beast Coast.
Nicely done. Once they found Shiro, Pyke ran for Oracle so that Oracle could not save the Sven. Takes his time just chasing him around, but really good prioritization from everyone on Beast Coast there. Looks like they're going to go for Roche. You got the Slardar alone is enough, but actually with all the other negative armor, this should be pretty easy. And it should be down before LGD even has the chance to come over to contest. Oh, you need the CK here, I think, to speed it up, but he's on the way.
Yeah. It's like looking back at the fight, you're right. The CK, he actually forces an immediate Yules out of the Ember because he was about to get Reality Wrist stunned. And he has to dodge that or he dies. Like, Orchid doesn't matter, right? He will die in that combo. But because of the Yules, Pyke just immediately Orchids the Oracle. And there's just nothing that he can do at that point. All right.
Oracle's working on 5 minutes. Oracle's working on an Aether Lens to try to be further back, but I actually don't know if that's enough. He might have needed to go like a Blink Dagger first item to be really far back, because you have multiple heroes who are going to be looking to kill you and can solo kill you. Like Slardar, finding the Oracle could solo kill Slardar. CK, of course, could do it. And Dragonite, as he starts getting more farmed, and especially because he went for the Orchid, he could do the solo killing as well. So I don't know if just a little extra cast range will be enough to stay far enough back.
I'm sorry, El Misho, are you seeing his items here? He says, forget Gleipnir, baby. I'm going
Daedalus now.
I'm going Chrysalis. Who cares? Who needs Gleipnir? It gets dispelled, I suppose, by the Oracle, so why not? Just get more damage. Throw it in there.
Dude, El Misho wants to join the train of heroes who can kill Oracle. It's like, no. If I get a Gleipnir, he'll just dispel it. His magic damage versus Fate's Edict, that's dumb, guys. Crystallis for the physical damage. Simply kill the Oracle in 2 Acorn Chop bounces.
I like it. I like it. Good play from LG to take their Tormentor. They know that they're kind of on the back foot right now playing against the Aegis. So don't kind of delay in grabbing that, because it will absolutely go the way of Beast Coast if you let them. BKB done on the Sven. That's a big one. So a little bit slow, but I think honestly his net worth is still very strong, so he can definitely take the fight for them if he gets his hands on the right heroes. But the initiation feels easier for Beast Coast with these double blinks.
Yeah, they're definitely in the driving seat right now, which, to protect some of the pubs out there, I want you to know the reason El Misho can go this Crystallis is because they are trying to do a lot right now. It's a bit all in or nothing kind of play, and his team will lack a bit of utility, but they have so much negative armor that the Acorn Shot does so much damage.
They find the Dragon Knight in mid, again protected from the Aegis. They will jump everything on top of him. The question is, can you get out now? Moose holding his spells. There's going to be the Macro Fire, the Ice Path. They're still on top of the Dragon Knight, trying to bring down Lumpy. They got him. BKB's thrown. Moose going to TP out. Pake will do the same. Okay. I mean, that's a great find from LGD. No BKB yet on this Dragon Knight, and they punish him for it.
Yeah, great find, but a little bit of a slip up from Beast Coast. They were pretty scattered there. They were showing in multiple lanes across the top to the mid lane. So LGD had their pick of where to go, and Dragon Knight, of course, is going to be an extremely valuable kill. All right, who got the shards?
El Misho.
El Misho has one, and who got the other one?
I feel like it would have been
King.
Monkey King because his net worth is high. Yeah.
Oracle Shard, I think, is probably better this game, but
definitely.
it will speed up Monkey King's farm a lot, and he's another support who can scale quite well. Hoodwink's path to scaling is easier because she just throw out the Acorn Shot. It's very safe, very easy. Monkey King has to put himself at a bit more risk, so I think he takes more time to scale up, but he is an actual traditional carry, so if he gets to that point, he's maybe a little scarier than Hoodwink.
How do you feel about the Slardar grabbing Aghanim Scepter as his second item? Because, like, a lot of times we've seen Slardars go for Orchids. I think 3 might be a little overkill this game, but the Aghanim Scepter getting this much priority, I feel like he's not going to be a fun target to fight into anymore.
I would agree with that. Maybe he's just looking to take that frontline role for his team, and he'll just drop that puddle and stand in there, and it won't be easy to jump him.
They are
That'll
set
give
up
the information
behind
your
Lumpy.
team needs.
There's 2 heroes from LG making their way over, smoked up. They might walk into the side of Beast Coast, though, as they do. Now they need to get out. No, Dragon Tail not on there. They get the Storm Arrow right on top of these supports. Moo's in trouble, though. He's just going to burn down to the vessel. And now Slardar, no puddle beneath him, gets caught from the Yules, does get the stomp, they turn it around onto the Ember Spirit, and Pike will destroy him. PYW on the backside pops the Wukong's command. Why you smile? Will get the false promise off for the moment as Lumpy's BKB protecting him, but it is going to expire, and he will finish it off. A quick blink to grab the Slardar. 3 heroes dead on Beast Coast, and an amazing start here from LGD on this fight.
I thought Beast Coast actually... So LGD was joining the Oracle and the Sven were walking down to join their team. We can see at the start of the fight. And they ran to them and they got scared and started to back off. But Shiro was fearless. Yeah, they feel strong right now. He just blinks in chasing them, gets the double stun, and Ember does get killed pretty quickly up there. He still has a very hard game until his BKB is done. But yeah, this is the Sven we were like kind of talking about, got cut off. He becomes very consistent with the items he builds. Like, you pop your ult, it lasts a decent amount of time. You will clear through the CK illusions. You will just whack away at whatever hero you want to target. You will get the damage in if you're not being kited, which fortunately this game is 3 melee heroes who aren't that great at kiting.
Yeah, I mean, Sven right now is getting like roughly 70 extra damage from his facet. It adds up for sure. Like at the facet, it makes your early game a little bit rough. The offset is literally level 5 with a bracer and treads. So at level 5, you've broken even on the -20, and then every point of strength after that is just an extra 0.7 damage for the Sven. So it ends up scaling incredibly well, and it's one of the reasons we've seen the Sven kind of pop back up into the meta. But now gonna grab an AC next, realizing that armor is king this game for his team, right? You're playing into 3 minus armor heroes, even the physical damage dealer of the, Hoodwink as well. So they don't want to mess around. And then there's your Shivas being finished up on you. It's almost there.
This is a lot of armor. He's sitting at, what is this, about 40 armor on the Timbersaw without that many reactive stacks right now. So it will come down a little bit to if you're going to break him. Because if he does not get extra armor from reactive armor, then all the negative armor from like Corrosive Haze will make the Timber pretty killable as you chain stun him. But that's where this Oracle comes into play, right? Like whoever
Yeah.
you try to focus on the side of Beast Coast, and they're a very much burst team with the items they've built. They want to just delete a target. Oracle is going to be such an important hero in these fights, on like whether he's found or not, whether he's in the right position to save, because you've got the Dispel for the silences, the strong Dispel for the chain stuns, and then of course just the false promise to keep someone alive.
That was
Fast
a
blinks.
very, very risky breathe fire. The whole team was walking in there. They will get the tier 1 tower. They will look for the Wisdom Rune. It's not there, but continuing to threaten. They got tier 2 looking for.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Are scanning.
I mean, this game is pretty much dead even. It is a slight gold advantage, only 2,000 for the side of Beast Coast, but it's a little negligible. The big winner is the Hoodwink at the moment. The Blink Dragon Tail out from Lumpy to try and slow this one up. The Orchid is out, but Beast Coast, they're smoking up. They're wrapping around. They want to find the back line. Will they get him? Why You Smile is right between them. They back the wrong way. They're going up instead. They see them on the Watcher, though. They do see the Monkey King. Who do they find? It's going to be Timber, and it's going to be the Ember, not the best target. The BKB's out from sure. He's just chasing down the CK. But in comes Vitality, trying to get onto the backside. They get the Orchid onto the Oracle, but it's not enough damage, and the Balor Strike's going to catch Vitality. He's trying to sit inside these puddles as much as possible, keep himself alive. A nice 4-step, but New is taking no damage at all. The Gleipnir holding them all in place as they're just trying to get their hands on anything. But Pyke, he's the one in a rough spot. He's going to pop that armlet, try and keep himself alive. He's got a Phantasm in one, turns it around onto the... They get him! It's going to be Shiro that dies instead. Pyke is still alive. You can armlet toggle again. The Gleipnir holds him in place. It's going to be the Timbersaw to finish the job. But Hooves, they caught up on the top side. It's a Dragon Tail. It's an Ice Path as well. They get this Monkey King. Well, maybe. Protected for the moment thanks to the Solar Crest. Gleipnir again, a 4-step to buy some space for moves, but these two just continue to chase. The blink in from Lumpy. He's got a little bit of help here in the help from the Slaughter, but do they have the damage? He tries to TP on out. He's gonna get caught from the chains, and now it's just 2 of them dying instead. New gets the double kill. These 2 are unkillable.
I take back what I said earlier. You can't kill New. He has too much armor, man. I didn't even see he had a craggy coat, so he can activate it for even more armor. This guy just lived through that entire... He's full health at the end of what was like a 1-minute fight, which was really back and forth. First of all, LGD had a great read on Beast Coast coming in. They position onto that high ground so that Oracle is protected. Yeah, we get to replay this. Oh, no, we're jumping halfway through the fight. It was so long. Yeah, so at this point, like, New is still fully topped up after like, so many heroes have already died. Yeah, this
I think
Timbersaw, you've got Timber
realized-
problems.
Like right there when he lost like 2/3 of his health to Timbersaw, he's like, uh-oh, wait a minute.
This may have
We
been
have
a bad
Timber
idea.
issues.
Yeah, which we were saying earlier, I do think LGD scales up. I didn't think they were there yet, but I think that fight shows that, in fact, New has reached critical mass. Oh,
Yeah.
let's go, New. He's building a Dagon.
Dire's top tower
Let's
is
go.
It's kind of cool. I mean, he's got a lot of magic amp already in the form of the Shivas and the Kaya. So going for a Dagon, why not? He's just vibing.
I mean,
It's
here's the
more
thing.
sustained too.
fallen to the
Yeah, that's it. The spell lifesteal is actually so good with this amount of armor that not only makes your health more effective, but it also makes any healing you get, such as from an Oracle or when you Dagon someone for laughs, or a creep just casually, right? That's actually a very effective heal in these team fights.
Yeah. You can dig on a creep, and since it's an insta-kill, you get the percentage of its life back as healing, which is very cool.
You can also just kill... Oh, no, sorry. You can't kill the CK illusion with it. Not his.
Yeah.
Or a Manta you could, right?
I think
The
that
Manta
one
doesn't
still
count.
gets... I think it still gets the Phantasmagoria strong illusions. Because it's like all illusions are strong illusions.
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
Right?
I was thinking of old CK ult and all that.
Yeah. Well, with the Aegis in the hands of LGD, looking at the top side of it. Ooh, Vitali is
under attack.
in a rough spot, and it's only a matter of time before they find him. He gets the blink, but PYW can chase forever. Ooh, where did he act? What, that, they put him there? Okay, Ogre Seal Totem, very cool.
Collision is kind of funny in Dota, like where it bumps you out. That's a good play by Vitali though.
Yeah, that is
Nice
very
escape.
nice.
Dire's
I was laughing because I hadn't checked on Hoodwink's items in a little bit. He's full in on this damage build. He's got a Deso right now, and he's got Nemesis Curse.
I love the placement of this banner. They just put it right on the tower. They're gonna have to deal with this as the Dragon Knight is in so much trouble. The Jakiro's gonna get caught in the roots on the backside as well, but here comes Pyke on the CK. They managed to get the first life of this Sven. We popped a lot of spells. Your BKBs are done. God Strength, yeah, it's on cooldown, but can you get more? They get the Searing Change on the backside. They get the Hoodwink. He's dead without buyback, and Echo still has his BKB available. Looking to chase for more. New goes in, hits him with the Shiva's Guard, and that tower taking a lot of damage. Tier 3 is going to fall. Pyke on the backside here, looking for an opening. Gets caught from the Glyphere. That barracks is falling. Lumpy's got to go in. He's got to do something. Who's your initiation? They can't do it. This full lane of barracks looks like it's just over. LGD will get away. Searing Chains again holding the Jakiro in place, and with that, LGD taking a substantial lead now in this game. 7,000 gold as they look for the mid tier 2.
This Timber Saw pick is really paying off. He's affected by Corrosive Haze, which this is a level 3 Corrosive Haze. It's doing 20 armor reduction. And I'm watching Timbersaw, he still has 70 armor or higher between the active of Craggy Coat, a little bit of RNG luck there, but also just the reactive armor, the items he's bought, everything on his team, the war cry. I've never seen someone have Corrosive Haze on them and still have like 80% physical damage reduction.
Yeah, he has over 100 armor with war cry and his items and Craggy Coat. So good luck. You know, you don't really see heroes ever reaching that amount of physical damage or physical armor, but this is one of those games where it works.
I think that's some of the logic behind the Hoodwink build. I think she knows her team needs damage. The issue is it's still physical damage, so still kind of running into the same armor wall.
On the bottom side, they find the Dragon Knight. Wukong's command. Lumpy's forced to BKB and run away. He will survive, but a very valuable commitment only in the support ultimate, as now Shiro finishes off another lane of Victor's going to try and get on top of this Sven. Is the physical damage even there? Macro Fire's doing some work, but he pops the BKB. He's out. Vitality will blink dodge that Stormhammer. Searing Chains on to do this. He's going to jump in on Shiro. The BKB out from Pyke, though. Tries in. He's so healthy though, but the damage, it's there. No BKB to protect him this time. No Oracle ult either. They need to be careful. Backside of the fight, El Misho solos the Oracle, but he's gonna get picked off. He'll be next to fall as they're looking to try and stay on top of these heroes. Orchid does catch the Timbersaw. Can they bring down this unstoppable force? They get him in the ice path and they finally do it.
That Oracle pickoff is huge to allow the rest of that fight. I think that's what El Misho, or that's one of the targets he's looking for. He's either just throwing out the spells just to, you know, do some damage with the Acorn Shot bounces, but now that he's got this build, he's another hero who can help try to find Oracle and just get that insta pickoff to prevent these constant dispels coming out, the Fate's Edict to disarm any of your right-clicking cores.
I'm surprised.
I think Shiro maybe committed a little too hard. I think they underestimated the damage CK can still do. Like, he didn't even have very many illusions there, but this hero hits hard once he's farmed up.
That was also like at the same time Oracle ult was expiring. I don't think they realized that Pyke had BKB. I think like if he doesn't have BKB there, it's fine because he did like Stormhammers, the CK, and like maybe the team helps commit on him. But Pyke just turned around with a BKB and slapped him.
That's true. The innate ability for Sven, that 17% bonus damage for anyone who forgot against stun targets. So you're just losing a good chunk of damage if you're not actually getting that stun off.
This is a very close game. You're down a lane and a half of racks on Beast Coast, but we're seeing that they still have damage output. It's just I feel like the heads up team fight potential of LGD is a little bit stronger right now just because of it. The ease of execution is there, right? On Beast Coast, you kind of have to wait for Oracle ult. You have to get the BKBs on cooldown, and you have to hope you survive that long.
Yeah, I think ease of execution is exactly it, because for Beast Coast, we see when they can kill the targets, especially the Timbersaw, it's everyone coming together with all the sources of negative armor and everyone doing the physical damage. That's what really adds up into that individual burst kill. And that's kind of what happened in that last fight. It was long enough, they find the pickoffs on Oracle, they can then focus like the Timbersaw. But when you can just scatter the fight on LGD and take these smaller 2-on-2, 3-on-3s, the negative armor doesn't really get that scary, especially with the heavy armor itemization from LGD, that then they can take the longer drawn out fights. And that's where your Timber is doing tons of work throughout the fight. Embers spamming the Sleight of Fist.
They got double rattle cages on
that's
LGD.
so good.
Oh, they get on top of the CK. Pyke on the run under the cover of a Shadow Blade, but the damage is just not there. He's got 95 armor. On the backside of the fight, Lumpy's forced to BKB and TP on home.
He did find the Oracle there.
Oh, he did. I didn't even realize
yeah.
Oracle's dead. Okay, never mind. They
That's
have a
the
ward.
BKBs,
They
but
see
they're
the
gonna try to
Ember.
fight.
Ice Path comes through, but can they actually find the kill in time? He's going to get the BKB off Echoes. Looking to turn potentially. But without the Oracle, they will back away. Lumpy going in. Hits the Orchid. Needs the Dragon Tail. Won't hit it. A little bit too fast on the Ember Spirit.
It's a bit scary, but I think you have to try to take that 5 versus 4 on the Beast Coast, even though you don't have BKBs.
This Octarine Slardar is actually kind of sick. That is a lot of crushes, you know, and especially when you get to the 25 talent. If you get to the 25 talent, right, Slither and Crush cooldown is bonkers.
Yeah, it's gonna be insane. He's gonna have it up
Every 2
permanently.
seconds.
Like, yeah, you're gonna stun,
It's 2
bash,
second crush.
stun, bash, stun, bash.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really good.
They almost get the Monkey King. He is just out of the threshold for Simeon there. So, nice disengage there from the Monkey King. That is a BKB for El Misho. A certifiable core this game. That ward gets popped, but they jump in on New, trying to get on top of the Slardar. Vitaly's forced to BKB and 4-staff away. Moose will do the same, but they might be chasing here. Shiro caught from a Yules. They're going to pop the Ice Path, try and make some space, but New's just not done. He really wants this Jakiro, and he's going to get him. He's just finished him off.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
Look at where CK is right now. He's trying to cut the wave. He does not want to let this make it to his base.
Oh, you can't let him make it to your base. Lose another barracks if you get there.
They see Echoes. Blink, Dragon Tail, Orchid, the stun from Vitaly. He's just so dead.
Damage.
That is
That's a gem
scary.
down. I don't think they
Oh,
see
it
it over
was
the
the gem.
remnant. They just left it.
Oh, they had their own gem
Is
too.
the courier on the way? Not yet.
Bottom lane, Dragon Tail comes out. Vitaly's falling low, trying to heal up through this, but he doesn't have it. Lumpy on the run. They get on top of the Oracle. A great Ghost Scepter, though, keeping him alive for now. New stuck up on the high ground, but it's a Timber. He just Timber chains on out. The rest of Beast Coast a little bit worried here. They lost the gem.
Dire's bottom barracks.
Did they get the gem back in mid? There's someone
It's currently
scouting this,
still
right?
there.
Okay, yeah. El Misha sees it. They're just gonna gem swap it, you know? They're good.
They were just teasing it for a little bit. Baiting out couriers. I feel like Ember needs an armor item. I don't know what, but usually you can survive off of mobility, which is what he's trying to do. He's getting the Lincolns, the Yules. He's gonna get an Octarine for even lower cooldown. But like the second he gets caught, he is dead. There is so much negative armor, physical burst. I don't know. He's going for the route of just, I'll never let them touch me because I'll just keep using Sleight of Fist. And maybe that's better. He's certainly a better player than me, so I'll see how it plays out. But I wonder if an armor item would help him survive that initial burst to then get out.
Yeah, it is difficult, right? I think the Lincolns is an absolute necessary. Well, we'll see what happens here as Roshan spawns. They're going to get started on this on LGD. And Beast Coast, they could try and rotate through top portal, but it's going to be too slow. They're going to hear the roar now, and LGD gonna get an uncontested second Rosh, it looks like.
Beastcoast is on the way, and Dragon Knight's going to go through the portal. They might contest, or they might at least try to get a pick off as they get out, which Sven's TPing away.
That's big. If they actually cut this off, will they find them, though? They see the Sven mid.
They're not sure. They don't have vision bottom. Okay, Beastcoast,
They're going in mid.
Dragon Knight is finding some.
They get right on top of the Sven. The Ice Path is there. They're going to try and blow him up. They get the Aegis. Looking for Echoes now. His BKB is expiring, but Sven's got a second life. There's the stun onto Vitaly. His BKB is there. He's going to immediately get away. But Shiro in a little bit of trouble himself. Needs to be careful. They could just continue. The Wukong's command is there. You're going to need the Oracle, but he gets found on the backside. The Orchid has caught him, but he's safe for the moment. El Misho trying to dance around this fight with his own BKB. Why You Smile has guided them to oblivion. Vitaly needs to run, pops the Shadow Blade, but they get on top of Moose. He's going to try and TP, but the root's out from Y. They got him. 2 dead on Beast Coast. Beautiful response from LGD.
You gotta see why Sven is so good versus CK there. They kill him instantly on the first life. Second life comes in. They get the sharpshooter, get Sven low, but Sven clears out all the CK illusions, and CK's damage just drops so much after that. He's not actually able to finish off these kills.
Although they pulled Sven into a rough spot. He's gonna get healed. There it is. The Oracle's ult. Just to top him off here, buy him some time. Fortification onto this last lane of barracks here. But that was the BKB from your Dragon Knight. There just continues on off. Banner, high ground push. Beautifully played. Shiro's going to finish up the barracks, and that is going to be mega creeps for LGD. 2 still dead on the side of Beast Coast. Do you back or do you threaten the tier 4s? It looks like with Oracle ult down, with God Strength down, BKBs. Retreat
you just reset here. You just reset because you get megas, but the mega creeps aren't actually there yet. It takes time for them to get there. And so if there's even any doubt of like how the fight could go, which we've seen, Beast Coast has put up the fight, right? If you find the initial pickoffs on Beast Coast, they can win. So LGD's gonna respect that. They're gonna wait for all their cooldowns. They're gonna wait for megas to actually make it to the enemy base.
Oh, Blink Dragon Tail. They've caught the Monkey King. He's kind of alone. Timbersaw actually comes in, but he's going to get saved for the moment on the Monkey King. But that means your Timber's in trouble. The Timber chain away. He's so damn far now, sending their sights onto this Sven. But can they actually find him? Wukong's command is out. Ice Path as well. Boundless Strike. They've gone on top of the Jakiro. Timbersaw's in kind of deep. They're going to turn his attention onto him, but he just blows up the illusions of this Chaos Knight. But they finally finish him off. Echoes in with the BKB, trying to chase down these heroes. Forced back aside of Beast Coast. Looks like they'll all disengage for now. Still, mega creeps are an issue. Beast Coast have to retreat to defend their base.
Oh, you got core Hoodwink on the case. She did the most damage to the Timber in that fight, so you can kind of see why he went for this scaling damage build here. He's got a Daedalus queued up next. What's the scaling from Beast Coast? Like, what do they have left to go for?
It's the Slaughter 25, legitimately. The Slaughter 25 talent is like with the cooldown on Crush is your actual way back into this. I mean, Chaos Knight's 25 is also pretty good, but you are gonna run into some damage issues here fairly soon.
Yeah, if you get like don't survive.
Yeah. If you get like a sick AoE Dragon Tail onto multiple heroes, like that's definitely in play as well, right? Like if you get like a multi-hero Dragon Tail, catching like potentially Oracle, that would be the best case scenario for Beast Coast. But Y has gotten these Ghost Scepters off multiple times and then kited around with the Force Staff in these fights, being able to keep himself alive without having to commit the false promise on himself either, mind you. So that's the important thing.
Yeah, I wonder if someone needs a nullifier. Dragon Knight looks like he's going for a nullifier.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, and it's done.
So Dragon Knight's job is to now find the Oracle. And then Slardar, once he has 25, he'll just chain stun someone for CK, I imagine.
Yeah, there's no getting away from him once he has the Crush cooldown talent. But that being said, if you just try to kill him, that's the other option. That is a nullifier for the Monkey King as well. That's pretty cool. All right, Tormentor. Shard goes to Shiro to believe that it wasn't available yet this game. Now undispellable, providing an extra 6 armor passively to everyone around him. Very good Shard this game. As they're smoked up on LGD, looking for an opening here.
They can run to CK?
They will. Blinks the... I mean, it's a 50-50 guess, right? He's either going north or east. So they should get dewarded here most likely. Yeah. Lincoln's is popped, but do you want to chase here? Vitaly needs to be careful. This is a big fight. The Axe from the Sven. He just jumps in, gets immediately Dragon Tail. The Macropyre's out. They've caught 3 onto the backside, but Echoes is in, trying to find the Shakiro Nullifier out onto the Sven. He's trying to hobble away. They get the Oracle! Pyke! No, he can't finish the job. The Ghost Scepter, but the Soul Burn will do it. Oracle's got to buy back into this fight. They've got the Ember now. Beast Coast, a good fight to start, but can they keep it going? They're jumping into this one. Pyke's able to just try and kite these ones out, but Echo knew they've got their sights set on a Lumpy, and he's gonna go down. No buyback on the Dragon Knight as the Oracle rejoins his team, and Shiro, he wants to close this game out. Can you find the Oracle a second time? It's absolutely required. Pyke goes in, but the Ancient's falling. It's so damn low. Can they just finish the game off right here and now? LGD, the fortification is going to be a moment, but it's going to be CK that dies instead, and that will be game number 1 going to LGD.
That was a little scary there at the end for them. They had to come
to get on top of Shiro. Now looking for new. The Stormhammer is out. Can they get the disruption? They do. Lumpy for the wraparound. Vitaly's got a stomp. Can they finish the job, though? Brewmaster is tanky. He's got that wind stance, just dodging back and forth. The Remnant, the Blood Grenade as well. First Blood goes to the mid Void Spirit. And El Misho is not done. He's hunting for these heroes on the backside, trying to set up for a potential disruption, but they will not get it. First blood for the mid lane. Talk to me, Zach. What does that mean?
Means Storm is flaming as a panda right now. We see first bloods be very impactful, especially in the mid lane. And Storm Void's already a pretty close matchup. A lot of like skill dependency in there. But now Void Spirit is going to have, let me see, what did he just spend his money on? He got a wand just right off the bat and has some money for an early bottle.
So the downside for Lumpy is he does go Astral Remnant or Aether Remnant here first. El Misho on the bottom lane, grabbed by 3. Great stomp from Vitaly. They're trying to just make some space for him to get away. PYW will not be able to finish the job, as they will get the D-Ward here. So overall, decent start here for Beast Coast, but you're going to have to back on your Hoodwink, which is going to make the lane kind of awkward.
Yeah, and actually, so I was thinking the Chen plus Monkey King is a really good lane. There is the burst potential you have to be a little careful of, and that's where we'll see maybe Mischief make a big difference. But I expect Monkey King to be able to take this lane versus the Centaur, especially with the help of Chen. Oh,
Are you
that's
seeing
so
what they're
cool.
doing
He's sending
mid?
the Centaur mid.
Yeah, I was saying,
Or
do you
the
see what he's
Satyr.
doing mid? He's got the mana aura for the Storm, and he's just constantly mana burning. Oh, we baited our Observer. Apologies, as they find a kill on the top lane. But yeah, they've got the Satyr Mindstealer in the mid lane, just burning Lumpy and giving him extra mana for the Storm Spirit. Kind of cool. It's one of the reasons we see a lot of Chens take this, summon convert, going for the Satyr early, is it makes your lanes better.
Yeah, you take the Satyr if you want a stronger early impact. This is a cool. I love this actually. It's same with like Broodmother webs dropping in the mid. The mid lane is so skill based, and any little edge you give one of the players can be so big at this top level. And now you're just gonna come in here and constantly burn Lumpy's mana. In a pub game, he's done already. Like the mid lane in your pub, he's like, "What is this? I'm being 2v1." GG. Here he's just gonna have to deal with it.
He definitely just shares control with the Storm, right? Like, why doesn't have to watch mid? It's definitely just Echoes walking the Satyr up every time the mana burns off cooldown, and just then he walks it back to his tower, just over and over. It's very funny.
I'll have to go check the player perspective later. Yeah, that makes sense. But the issue is, I think later you'd have to turn that setting off later, I think, to avoid slip ups. But for now, it's probably fine with just the Mind Stealer. But
That's
maybe
like
why it's just that good.
burn.
Play 2 lanes at once, you know?
Yeah, maybe. So, I mean, it's giving Void Spirit an okay-ish start. Obviously, First Blood making a big difference there, but in what's supposed to be a Void Spirit favored matchup, Storm is getting a lot out of this lane. Predominantly because of this Mind Stealer, which is hilarious. Niu is stuck. Okay, very nice little disruption there. He's gonna be able to continue stacking up poison. If Moose gets a 5th, is this level 2 poison? Does he have it? It is. Really, if he gets the 5th stack, that's a kill. Very nicely done. And Pyke was gonna grab the Lotus. I mean, that's fantastic for this top lane. That's a really good series of events for the side of Beast Coast.
Yeah, this is going better than I thought. I didn't think Shadow Demon... Okay, Shadow Demon is good, like, with a lot of Shadow Poisons, but, I mean, they got the kill when they were still level 1, and now this follow-up kill, too. So, Sven off to a strong start. Not that Brewmaster's super far behind, but Sven's going to accelerate faster because of Cleave.
Yeah. I just keep chuckling every time I see the Mind Stealer just creep up in the mid lane. I'm like, oh, here it comes again. It's so annoying, dude. This is hilarious.
I'm curious how long they'll keep it up, because it's really good not only for the laning stage, obviously, but it also means ganking as the Void Spirit's harder, because you're gonna have to use bottle charges just to farm, and that means like all the mana being burned off of you, you can't really gank unless you spend time going home, and it just makes your whole life less efficient.
Yeah, he has been constantly throwing bottle charges and stick charges just to try and secure last hits, and he is getting last hits, but it's, yeah, like you said, it's going to slow down his potential to gank for sure.
I'm curious if we would have seen this if he had not picked up First Blood, if they would have just kept the Satyr bottom, or maybe this was a
plan.
Yeah, just the whole time, like, because Void is naturally good.
He's gotten like 450 mana out of that Satyr creep so far on the Storm Spirit. Like, or maybe like 400. That's a lot of mana though for a mid laner, especially Storm Spirit.
The best thing is, because it's not stealing any XP either, because there used to be like 2v1 lanes, right? But of course the downside was that you split the XP, the mid out leveled you. This is just for free with the creep level 1. Pretty crazy.
Top lane, we're gonna see them go on to Moose. Disruption is out. BYW is looking potentially to turn it with a cookie, but won't do it. The Centaur lane is going decent here for Vitaly. Shiro, I think the lane's been in kind of a rough spot for him for a little bit, but Monkey King, if he can get his Jingu stacks up, can definitely find an opening.
I'm a little surprised by this, actually. Maybe Why You Smile is doing the mid lane micro as well, drawing his attention away from bottom.
Vitaly did go phase boots in this matchup, realizing that you can't really play the horsepower facet against a hero like Monkey King in lane. So yeah, he's gone the double edge, the double strike. I don't remember what it's called, but very nice. Oh, potential play here on the Echoes. They're bringing in some extra heroes. It's going to be an Invis rune spawning top. BYW will take that away from both of the cores as the bounty rune does go to Lumpy. Okay. He needed that very badly.
I think at the bottom lane, Why You Smile ended up taking it. Yeah, so Storm might have to get a bottle fairy or just go home.
Well, they're looking for a Pyke here in the top lane. Cookie on forward. Disruption. It's the Brewmaster under for a moment, and it's just a good amount of chip damage here onto the Sven. As soon as he got level 6 on the Void Spirit, he killed the Mind Stealer, by the way. He was like, nope, you're done. No more. No more of that.
He can send another, can he? Where is it? Where did it go?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh,
Maybe he's
there we
using
go.
it to
Back.
stack. I actually don't know where it is. Maybe it died.
It's on.
He might have
it's a
sent
long
it to try to.
cooldown. Yeah.
He might have sent it to try to deny the wisdom rune. I wasn't
That could be
watching.
it. Dude, he's just going straight armor on the Centaur. Do you see that? Picks up a Helm of Iron Will as well. So he is having a fantastic time. Almost dead even in the mid lane. That's quite funny looking at it. They're actually aiming for bottom. They get on top of the Shiro, and very nice bushwhack there from El Misho. Lumpy with the rotation. Helps find the kill. They're going to chase after Y, but no more mana on Lumpy, so be forced to back away here as he gets his
Burn a
man
little more
burned again.
mana.
Okay.
He's having to buy all these clarities.
Yeah, it is very annoying for him.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Means he
Echoes
doesn't have
gets an
enough mana
illusion
to
rune.
contest the rune, so Echo, yeah, free illusion rune.
It's not the best rune for a Storm Spirit, but it's better than giving it up to Lumpy.
That's for sure. The main thing Lumpy wants it for is the mana. Stupid satyr creep just following me around. Now this bottom lane is not going. I really think Monkey King should have been doing better. I don't know if I don't understand something about this matchup. I know you can threaten the burst. Like, that's the thing with Monkey King. You can get the 4 hits before you really get some lifesteal. But I thought Penitence would help a lot with that. But maybe going phase boots and then having the Counter-Strike double edge
Yeah.
tipped it in Vitaly's favor.
I think that's exactly what it is. The Centaur has enough armor and enough magic burst that if you commit onto him, the Hoodwink will follow it up and just kill you. Because you're gonna get, you know, if he goes in, you're gonna get caught from the hoof stomp. You're gonna get double edged into a bushwhack. You know, it's just probably too much to deal with.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Ooh, nice D ward there. Oh, okay. I think they wanted PYW. Ends up gonna be the Storm Spirit Lumpy. Jumps down to the low side. We'll be okay there. Meanwhile, in the river below them, looks like they've caught the Chen. As Why You Smile tries to get away, won't be able to. They
found
do
Shiro.
find Shiro. Great bushwhack to stomp everything again. Shiro going down a second time on this Monkey King. Was that a tree cut from the Centaur? What was that?
Dire's
I
middle
think
tower is under attack.
Shadow Poison just caught him, and he couldn't tree dance back up. I don't know why he
yeah.
dropped down, because I know he was looking at the tree first,
Radiant's bottom tower
but the
is
Shadow
under
Poison
attack.
caught him, and yeah, they just surround him and kill him.
Yeah, really nice. Yeah, stomping a bushwhack.
Beastcoast is going to have a really good timing coming up here, because Monkey King's going for Battle Fury, and he already had a rough time. So he's over 1,000 gold behind Sven, who has the built-in Battle Fury. So by the time Monkey King's Battle Fury comes online, Sven's already
thank
built
you.
2-3 small items and can just go straight to fighting, while Monkey King still needs to farm another item, right? You get the Battle Fury to farm. So he's going to have to work on another item after that. And
Yeah, he just got caught farming the medium camp there is what it was. So he actually just jumped, he like Primal Spring to farm the medium camp and didn't realize the Centaur was behind him.
Scanning.
Really nice rotation from Vitaly to just be close to his team.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's
they're going to try to
middle
pressure
tower is
top
under attack.
with the Bruise Split, which you're still early levels on Sven, so it's not that easy to deal with the Bruise Split right now.
Oh, Demonic Purge out from Moo. They've got YL Misho coming through as well. Has a lot of damage, but no sharpshooter. And Vitaly will walk up, tap him with the double edge, secure the kill. Yeah. Don't worry, guys. Kill secured. Veil done. Going for the Blink Dagger. This Centaur is going to be a massive amount of damage, especially with the facet he's taken, right? Not something that we see a lot, but it does allow Centaur to have a huge amount of impact from his double edge in the mid game, being like this tank initiator.
Yeah, I think this Counter-Strike facet is... I think you pick it up when you're in really close matchups that come down to the wire and it just tips you over the edge. Otherwise, horsepower is the kind of like better scaling facet. Top lane, they find Pike, commit the Snapfire.
Really good ult. Wukong, or the rotation from Monkey King. Yeah. That's a fantastic find.
Radiant structures are
Mid lane. Lumpy's going to find Y. He's going to bring in some help here potentially from the Brewmaster as Moose will make his rotation. They've got a lot of help coming through.
is under attack.
All right.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, plenty of healing thanks to this Chen. Doing some big work this game. PYW up to 4 stacks on the Shadow Poison. Needs to be a little bit careful. He's going to back away. But it's just a trade for the tier 1 towers and the safe lanes, it seems.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Now, that last sequence of events did help out LGD, though. They were starting to fall behind, but the Sven kill was huge to catch them back up.
Is there any stack? Okay, I was about to ask. I was like, is there any stacks being made by the Shadow Demon? Because he's really low on net worth, and I was like, maybe it's because he's been stacking. It looks like Sven's clearing up a big boy stack here on the Ancient Camp, as he's going to get close to that Echo Saber. Yeah, Pike is getting very farmed. And Vitaly's about to have Blink, dude. This is going to be pretty scary for LGD if they get a smoke off after this Blink.
It's got an amplified damage rune too, so it could all come together. El Misho's got another Maelstrom queued up. Let's go. It's another game where the damage build is not too bad. You'll kill the Chen creeps, the Brewlings. That's what he's telling his team right now.
Smoked up with Vitaly having a Blink Dagger, and Lumpy actually has an amplified damage rune in the mid lane. A single pick likely means that they can get the tower. Storm Spirit is the absolute best find if they can find him. He is currently sitting behind the tower. Oh, they might have gotten a glimpse of him over the 14 minutes. They know the rune's going to be bottom. They see him, but can they go for the dive? They're going to. They just jump right on in. Lumpy with an Astral as well. Has a lot of damage. Off the mark from catching you on the bottom side with that Sharpshooter, but he's got a shield rune. Hard to commit on. He'll have to... I mean, can you still go for the tower? Sven's here now. God Strength in a few seconds with the amplified damage. It seems like fortification for the moment.
They're going to try. If New steps up too close and they can get the stomp, I think they'll try to chain stun him and go through this shield rune.
They are absolutely going to try. The Stormhammer is there, but there's the split. Need to be a little bit careful now as Mortimer Kiss is coming through as well. They pull back into Sven. There's the Stampede. So you're going to be able to disengage Storm Spirit. TP's in. So tower is saved for the moment, as pretty much all 10 heroes are here in the mid lane. Oh my god! Where is this
Mega
stack been hiding?
Here. Maybe that's what the Satyr Mind Stealer was up to.
My goodness, that was like a 2,000 gold stack. In comes Lumpy, gonna try and find some heroes here. Nice Centaur Stomp into a Vortex. Wait a minute, Void Spirit, he's gonna need some help. They get a nice damage from the Sharpshooter. They get on top of the Sven. Vitaly just pump faking the Hoof Stomp. Gets him a lot of damage from the Hoodwink as well, but Lumpy is dead. They get themselves the Void Spirit. Only costs your 2 supports. If you can get more here, and it looks like Moo's in trouble, they will be able to chase him down. Vitaly gets on top of Echo. He's out of mana. The Bushwhack comes through, and Sven is here to finish the job. New now on the run. They won't be able to find the Brewmaster. Honestly, not that bad for LGD considering, but you do end up losing the mid tower.
And you also lose the galvanized charges Storm had. I guess he technically picked up some permanent ones, but the temporary ones are gone, and that's definitely rough for him. He is almost level 12, so I guess he'll get a couple more. Like, yeah, it's maybe okay considering where they were at. At least they secured their ancient camp, their ancient stack, right before Beast Coast got in here.
Man, this was a really good attempt to get Lumpy, but he's doing a really good job so far on this Void Spirit, just dancing around in these fights, buying some time, moves with a really sick disruption there as well, but costly. I mean, we're seeing the Centaur start to put out some serious damage numbers, and the early Blink is definitely making a big difference in these fights.
Yeah, he's looking for PYW right now, top. Oh yeah, look at that
you as
double edge
well.
damage.
Oh, Stampede not enough to finish the job, and News get out as well. Okay, it was just Hand of God, right? Is what that was. Echoes
Yeah, Hand of
mid
God
lane.
kept him
Wait a
alive.
minute. Ooh, the Stormhammer, the Sharpshooter, they got him. He did not see the Hoodwink TP, I don't think. He saw Sven's, but not Hoodwink's.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Caught off guard and that burst damage. That was what we were talking about earlier. Like Sven can join these early fights really easily, and then he just clears the Chen creeps. That's another thing we were talking about.
Yeah.
This is part of why it's a pretty good Sven game. And let's see, he's about to finish his BKB, and then he's got a blink queued up, so he'll be ready to go.
Top tower is under attack.
I like that El Misho this time is going for the Gleipnir instead of going the Chrysalis. I think they do need a little bit more control. It's also fantastic against the Chen army to keep these creeps at bay. You can root up all of the Brewlings, obviously, except the Earth Panda. It has a lot of utility, this game, right?
Dire are
Yeah.
scanning.
He has pivoted, though. He had that queued up. He got the Atos. Currently has Solar Crest, which I think they're recognizing. Recognizing they can kill that Chen.
That guy's super dead. Nice Vortex, but Vitaly's taking. He has no Stampede this time to get out of the Mortimer Kisses. Great read from LGD as they're thinking of chasing for more. The Power Rune's going to be top, and New, he wants to protect it. Monkey King was there. Actually, I did not see the Monkey King, I'll be honest.
Me neither, actually.
I don't even know
Was
what
he
he
a
was.
courier?
I have
Maybe
no
he was
idea.
a creep. Mischief got us, dude. We have all the vision, and we still got fooled by Mischief.
Let the fun begin.
Yeah, Beast Coast overextending a little. Thought that was maybe just a Chen on his own there.
Over here now.
Was a big rotation by LGD to pick up that Centaur kill, but I think it's worth it.
Absolutely. Right, like he is.
Especially because they got
super
a
fun
regen
this
rune
game.
for Storm.
Yeah, and he put it to good use.
Yeah, does need to be careful down here to not get picked off again, but Sven's going to show in the lane, so he should be okay. The BKB's done on Sven. He'll probably have this blink in another 2 minutes or so. And I think that's
Maybe
why they're
even
getting Solar
faster.
Crest. Like, they know... Okay, he's changed his mind again. El Misho, you're making us look silly. First the Gleipnir, now the Solar Crest. Now he's going to go for Yules. I thought the Solar Crest was going to be because they thought Sven was huge. They were just going to try to buff him up more and more.
And the physical barrier goes even further when you have things like Warcry, right? Since that is
Yep.
post damage reduction barrier. It's one of the reasons we saw it built last game with the Sven. Into the triangle they go, looking for anybody. I think they were trying to find the Monkey King hiding on the trees there. Don't get lucky, but top lane, TP to base. New's gonna be just fine.
Might try to make a sneaky play for the Tormentor, it looks like.
That
I do
would
think
be
top is a
really
nice area to
smart.
set up around this time. Yeah, they place a pretty deep observer ward. You can push top, siege up here, pressure that tier 2, and then possibly take the Tormentor and Wisdom Rune at 21.
They're positioned for the 20-minute rune instead, and Storm Spirit, his smoke's gonna pop. They come in looking for Lumpy. Vortex is out. Atos is gonna catch him. The God Strength popped on the backside. He's getting thrown all over the fight, but they get the kill. Turning around for the Brewling. I mean, they've got to run. They've got to get away from the Sven. He sees a couple auto attacks. He's gonna recombine, but the Mortimer Kisses are coming through. Shiro with the BKB just trying to chase him down, but Pike is gonna burn. They get the kill. A 1-for-1 trade. Boundless Strike catches El Misho as they want to dance around. Looking to stay on top of them, Shiro wants to find his opening. Chen creeps just chasing after moves. Here comes the Primal Spring. Disruption on himself, Vitaly. Not going to go ahead and commit to save him. Well, maybe he will. They've got Hoodwink as well. The Bushwhack with so much bonus magic damage being amped here by this brand new Shiva's now completed. Vitaly gonna continue to look for more. Remnant off the mark. They TP out on one. They get the Atos onto New. This would be a great kill to get in the stomps out the Sharpshooter to finish the job. LG maybe extending a little bit too far.
Sharpshooter was still on cooldown for that Monkey King kill, but it does so much damage, especially with the Shivas from the Centaur. And, well, we see it does come into play at the end for the Brewmaster. Kill secure.
You got like 4-staff, cookied, everything. You just couldn't get out of this one. But I mean,
Yeah, the cookie was like not quite soon enough to get him out of the Astral.
yeah.
And
And as
they
soon as those
snap viral.
BKBs ended, this was really good call.
They do end up securing their own Roche off that fight. It's always funny when I see like these huge team fights break out over the runes and then the rune just spawns bottom. Who got it in the end? Storm got it in the end, as a haste. Or he did. It's gone now.
So Tormentor's Shard goes to Y, as we're going to see Beast Coast go into the Roche. Pop the God Strength for this. Going to stack up as much poison. Just finish this off as fast as possible. Even a scan here to make sure that LGD is not making their way down here. And they are scanning it now, so they're realizing, okay, well, they're getting Roche on. Lumpy will be the one that takes the Aegis on the Void Spirit, which makes sense, right? Sven being a transformation hero, you kind of just commit your ult to your BKB, and Second Life is not as impactful.
And Lumpy's also been the one going in, finding the setup for his team and just scouting everything out. And he sometimes gets away anyways with the Dissimulate and Astral Step and then like a Disruption Save. But now he's got the Aegis, so he can push it even further. They get the Blink on the Sven. Let's see if they get lucky on the Shard.
El Misho
Does end up going to El Misho, which actually might be fine because the Hunter's Boomerang with the Veil is a lot of burst damage coming out.
It is.
He
Also,
did go back for Solar Crest.
Did he actually? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's all over the place. Cannot decide, but he's committed now.
Oh, in the mid
I mean, I
lane.
stand by it. Sven's huge.
That cookie was so close to grabbing Lumpy. Again, he does have the Aegis, but if they can get it for free off of a minimal commitment, it would be very nice. Monkey King also very farmed. He's going Daedalus.
Oh, straight Daedalus after the BKB. That's pretty interesting.
All right, bottom tier 1 tower likely to trade here for the top tier 2 as we're seeing Beast Coast shove that one in. Chen does have a Granite Golem now, obviously thanks to the shard he gets from the Tormentor, so that's going to give his team just a little bit more survivability.
Bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, I mean, maybe you're going to trade 2 towers because that
Invisibility.
amount of push from the Trend Keeps might still get the tier 2. We'll see though. As they are set up.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay.
Radiant's top tower has
They're
fallen.
pinging. They're like, man, does someone want to go back and deal with this? I don't know.
And this is the strength of the Chen, right?
Yeah.
You just get the split push like this. First, you burn the
They seal
mana.
Misho. Echo's popped a lot of mana for this. He does kind of get caught for the moment. Bushwhacked buys some space. He gets the Atos out, but they're just going to leave El Misho. No more help coming their way. Nice grab from LGD, but they smoke up themselves on Beast Coast. They're actually willing to fight this. Shiro would be a massive kill in the mid lane. Can they kill him before the BKB? They do! Hand of God, not enough to save him. That Shiva is reducing the healing. Woo!
That's
That's Ags as well on Lumpy.
That's a really cool call. Very ballsy, but like you said, Storm burned a bunch of mana killing the Hoodwink, which they lost the Hoodwink because they scattered, dealing with the Chen split push. But they decided, you know what, Storm won't be able to fight. We can smoke, find a pickoff, and Monkey King is one of the best targets you could get, especially because he went Daedalus. He is much squishier. This is a bit of a greedy build. It is clearly all in on the damage, but it means when you get caught by that hoof stomp and the Shivas, all that burst coming in, you're going to die really quickly.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Ooh, Vitali is going to scout new. Actually, I think they scouted each other. Both of them know what's going on here. As they're bringing in some heroes. Storm Spirit not that far away. Atos, he's going to get the split off, but can he get them out? Now double Astral Steps in from Lumpy, trying to clean these ones up, but they just got to stay next to the Earth Panda. He doesn't have Shard, does he, on the Brewmaster?
He does.
Oh, he does. All right. Well, I mean, he can cancel it early. He's trying to deny it to the tower. No! Moves! Disrupt it! Keep it alive! He can't. Really smart play there from the Brewmaster.
I'll just be right back to farming. One of the annoying things about this hero, right? You can just constantly throw this out.
Yeah, can't do anything there to stop that Panda. well. It's only a 2,000 gold lead so far in this game. It feels incredibly close, but Beast Coast have definitely been kind of like in the driving seat since the lane stage, right? It's 16-7 in terms of kills, but this Monkey King, dude, this hero farms so incredibly fast with Simian Stride that it is impossible to keep this hero down forever.
Yeah, he's been catching up off of that rough laning stage. And I feel like the Daedalus was a little greedy. He did get killed once for it, but at some point it does mean, like, when he gets the good ultimate, everyone in there is just going to die. You have to run as soon as the ult comes out.
Yeah, if you don't burst him and he gets like a full Wukong's command at full health, you're in trouble. All right, bottom tier 2 is the last outer tower for the side of LGD. Pyke's just going to commit onto it, but we'll blink away. No creep wave coming quite yet.
Both teams being very careful how they interact here, because on the side of Beast Coast, again, actually they have a lot of burst from the Veil, or now Shiva's. The Shivas plus the chain stun with the Hoodwink. But if you get a longer drawn out fight between the Chen heal, the Snapfire ult, you know, Brewmaster Radiance running around, the Monkey King ult, the longer fights feel like they again go towards LGD. Both teams want to be very careful how they run into each other. Double Wisdom Rune steal for Beast Coast though.
Yeah, I was gonna say the LG can't really rotate to the top side outside of the Monkey King TPing up and then Simian and striding all the way back across the map. You know, he's like the only one that can make that type of movement. They see Y on this bottom rune, or on this bottom ward, and he's gonna get disrupted from Moose. And with the rest of the heroes coming through, nice 4-staff for the moment. He's gonna try and bring in his Chen army, I think, maybe, but no, he's gone. Nice grab there from Moose. As they will know about the ward, but very valuable kill, especially since he does not have buyback.
They're gonna smoke and immediately go top, but it doesn't look like the rest of the team is ready for this. The idea is that you just gotta kill bottom, so LGD should think like, oh, quickly go shove out the other lanes. But
waiting.
when you only bring some heroes, it may not quite work out.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Question is, who do you find? Or if you find anyone, who's it gonna be?
Radiant
Obviously, Monkey King would be ideal, but
The others are here now, so now it's fine whoever you find. Well, Sven's a little
Radiant
behind.
are scanning. Dire
this is
are
a
just gonna-
really good dodge from LGD. This is a really good read.
Radiant's courier has been
He's just
killed.
gonna get the courier snipe for now.
We have a Maelstrom on PYW going
Dire's
Gleipnir.
middle tower is under
Love
attack.
that. I mean, with Ricochet, right? One of the facet that does definitely benefit from the little shredder scaling.
Yeah, definitely. It's good. It's good for scaling up. It's very common now to have at least one support on a team with really strong scaling. And Gleipnir is also, it's like that perfect balance of
I'm
utility,
supporting, quote.
but also damage and farming. Yeah, you get to make the case. They're like, why are you getting Maelstrom? It's like, no. It's a Gleipnir. The AoE route will help you set up. And they're like, oh, okay, I guess I'll allow it. And then they turn their back, and then you Maelstrom farm down a camp. And you're like, wow, where'd that camp go? That's crazy.
Oh my goodness. 2 chops from the Sven. Didn't even commit the God Strike. I think he might have got a double crit there. But that Chen is super dead. As Echoes is going to go in. They pop the BKB. They're just going to commit. Pyke is going to get saved from a disruption for now. His BKB was spent, though, and Moose disrupted him during it. They're going to just chase him down and get the kills. A little bit on different page there is they wanted to stampede BKB away, and Moose went in for the save.
Yeah, and we see with that time, disruption doesn't become so much of a save when it's actually just a setup for the enemy Monkey King ult. And as soon as he came out, he got killed before he could even get out. That was with Stampede going too. So
yeah.
just shows this was the risk reward of this early Daedalus. When you get to do the damage, your damage is insane. But if they jump you,
Yeah.
they will burst you. So just gotta be really careful how you commit to a fight. Roche is about to be up, and Sven is still dead. So if they scout this out, they could get a free Roche for themselves. But no one's down there right now.
Too. I mean, Monkey King is all damage. He really is. Like, this butterfly, it adds a lot of damage to him. The attack speed bonus is absolutely wild.
Which is all the more reason you really want this Aegis. Void Spirit scouts it out. And actually, because it chases him, New's going to see it too.
All right.
They're trying to get Umpy.
I mean, if they can get him, it would be massive. Jumps away for now. Silence up onto the Storm Spirit. He doesn't have the BKB quite yet, but they're buying time for their spend to respawn as he will join his team on the bottom side of the map here.
Lumpy's been doing a great job of baiting out spells and dodging enemies going on him. Did buy them a few seconds, though. Just Sven coming in.
Can they actually contest this quick enough? The Roche is so damn low. We're going to see it pop. Centaur goes in, gets stopped with a BKB. Comes out from Shiro. He's got the Aegis. The Chen deleted on the backside by this Void Spirit as Lumpy's got to get away. They've looked for New as well, but Sven trying to get his hands onto anything, but it's TP's out from the whole side of LGD. New stuck in the trees. They get him on a Remnant. They know he's down here. He's got no TP out, and New, without a split available, will lose his life and the gem in the process. I mean, did they not see it? They didn't see it.
I don't think they knew, though. Yeah, this should just go back to LGD.
Yeah, Chen's courier is already here.
Oh, wait, maybe Monkey King gets found in the mid lane?
This would be a huge kill. Astral Step comes through. Lumpy in
Lumpy's
trouble. Nice disruption, but can he get the shield off in time? He does. Silence comes out. Lumpy goes in instead. Astral steps away. The boomerang sharpshooter El Micho gets him from the backside, and now PYW in trouble. Yules comes through. The stomp, the storm hammer. 2 more kills.
That wasn't even God strength. That was a 2 hit on the snap. There's something so funny about watching someone's health bar completely disappear. As long as it's not you, then it's not funny. If there's anyone else, it's pretty funny.
As long as it's not you. Yeah, words
then
of
it
wisdom.
sucks.
Yeah. I mean, this MKB pickup from Pyke is massive. Reading that he's playing into a Radiance, he absolutely has to have it, but it pretty much meets the timing of the butterfly on this Monkey King. So if they can actually get on top of the Monkey King, they have kill threat. He still has an Aegis.
Yeah, it does make me kind of question if the butterfly is worth it, because you kind of needed the MKB anyways because of that Radiance.
Yeah. But I think LGD still in a pretty solid position thanks to the Aegis that they managed to get. So see if they can get anything done with it with the respawn of the Storm Spirit.
Vanished, but not gone.
Okay. Lumpy.
Radiant's bottom tower
Wisdom Rune
is
jumps
under
in,
attack.
steals it. First hit bash though from Shiro. The Vortex is out. He's gonna get the Astral Step away. They almost catch some of the Brew, but guess what? They turn it around, Pikes over the BKB, and they get the Storm as well. Vitali able to get away from now. Shiro stuck inside his own Wukongs. He can't get out. He has the BKB. He's gonna try and run, but he's gonna make it. TP to safety. Oh my goodness, it went from such a close kill onto the Void Spirit to 2 massive deaths for LGD.
How many times have we seen that? Lumpy baiting so much out. He's playing so well. He's 8-1-9. How many times has he been skirting the edge of death and then his team gets a bunch of kills afterwards?
Yeah. I mean, you have buyback on Storm. Brew does have split when he comes back. You will get the fortification. I think Beast Coast might respect it. They might just take the tower and back, but we'll see. You have no God Strength. Mortimer Kisses are there. Boundless Strike is out. Lumpy goes in, tries to find the Chen. They just get the stomp out of the Monkey King as well. Lumpy needs to be a little careful. Off the Manta, disengage, looking for the ranged barracks here. They got it. Setting up their sights onto the melee barracks. The Brewmaster's going to respawn. Storm Spirit up in 5. Beast Coast will disengage, realizing there's no need to overcommit.
You're 10 seconds off God Strength, 20 seconds off the BKB. You want to just chill, reset, because this is all still really good for you. Like, even though it's just a ranged barracks, it'll always push in your favor. So no need to overextend.
That was so close, man. I mean, the fact that he gets the Dissimulate off when he did there as well is such a big deal.
He would have been pissed if he died to a first hit bash right there. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, it's part of it's like fortunate for LG. You're like, oh my god, first hit bash, and then it ends up being, you know, you get baited by almost
Needed that
getting the
second
void
hit
spirit.
bash as well, apparently.
Yeah. He gets a shield rune now completed. Kind of the proper reaction, like, oh no.
That was not how it was supposed to go.
9-24. It's the kill score has been a little bit deceiving this game because LG was looking so strong, but now a 10,000 gold lead for Beast Coast after a couple big fights, and we're starting to see kind of the effect of a hoodwink again start to scale. Like, she's pretty dang farmed. We're gonna see the shard go the way of Moose there, so demonic cleanse now available for their heroes if they need it.
Sven's really close to level 25.
Is he actually? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he needs, like, in another minute he'll have it. And if you want, he could then buy out a Swift Blink at the same time.
That's pretty big. Haste rune for Lumpy. Timed up with a brand new AC for himself. He's going to have a lot more damage reduction against this Monkey King. They have Vision of Vitali. They're going to go in with the Storm Spirit. Lumpy comes in, gets the silence on to do the second silence. Can he get the split off? He does. But can Sven chop him down? He's going to get thrown into the air. Lumpy.
His rulings are all dead.
And he just chops right through him. Oh my goodness, the damage from the Monkey King, the Stampede to get him out. So close for both of these heroes as Void Spirit just goes in again. The split, he's going to recombine. Dude, that was just Lumpy who actually almost killed the Brewlings.
I mean, Void Spirit also, universal hero, right? He's tons of damage. Oh, they're looking for Monkey King top. He still has some of a shield rune. Casual 500 extra health.
Oh no!
Oh my god, that's so
goodness,
close.
that was so close. Dude, Lumpy is feeling it this game.
Yeah, he's on fire.
If that had hit, he actually might have been able to kill the Monkey King there. Because like a single TP into the outpost and he's dead.
And imagine Lumpy's power if a Satyr Mindstealer had not been zapping him for the first 5 minutes of the game.
I forgot
Imagine
about
where
that.
Lumpy could be right now.
That was so funny. Dude, you have
I guess he did get
Wind
first
Waker
blood,
on the
so.
Sven, by the way. Or on the, not Sven, sorry, the Centaur has a Wind Waker.
I was about to get way more excited about that. Because actually, honestly, it's I kind of get it, because you see him when Monkey King ult comes out and he's walking out of it practically at max movement speed because of Warcry and sometimes Stampede. He's still almost dying. I think he lost half his health last time I saw it. So Monkey King, he just finished an Abyssal. Sven will just straight up die in there. So I thought Wind Waker would be cool, you know, like Wind Waker out of the Monkey King ult.
Needs to be careful in the mid lane. Silence up. In comes the Sven. Can they find the kill? They do, but they've got to get out of the Wukong's command, and they do. BKB Stampede, everything committed. They go in. He's going to get Abyssal here on Lumpy, and he's trying to bait out some spells. Can they deal with this Monkey King? Mortimer Kiss is committed once again as Lumpy continues to just poke and prod at the side of LGD. They've committed a lot. They go in. Stormhammer from the Sven. They're going to buy back, though. They're going to get on top of him. Can they actually bring him down in time? The damage, the bash, Sven's gone. Big kill. Now looking for more. El Misho on the backside trying to escape, but Echoes goes in, gets him on the stun. Disruption for a moment, but he will fall. He's going to join the Sven. Beautiful buyback coming through as they continue to chase. Moose is going to get fast. Triple kill for Shiro. Oh, baby.
You're telling me that's not funny, dude. That's hilarious. The whole health bar gone in 1 Q. Okay, that was a big overcommitment by Beast Coast. I think getting caught up in the Brewmaster kill. Classic Lumpy getting another kill though there. Roche was reaching the respawn time, so that was really dangerous. I think they should just take the Brewmaster kill, set up for Roche. Turns out super lucky, max Roche spawn of 3 minutes, so everyone's gonna be back up for this. And in fact, there could be another fight that also does not matter quite fully. But that could have been extremely costly. This could be LGD's Roche right here in another RNG world. So
While you smile is about to succumb to Lumpy here once again. This guy has done such an incredible job at finding these supports, and the staggering death timers is problematic because yes, Roshan's not up for another minute and a half, but if you get another pickoff, then it starts to become a big issue.
Because you need, you can't just like run there. I mean, you can, but you want to set up. You want to be holding the position. So if they can find another kill right around now, this would be great. But they might. The issue is they know Roche can be here, so they're probably going to position here and wait. And unfortunately, they're going to be waiting for a while. There's still a full minute and 15 seconds to go.
We are looking. He's actually holding the Wisdom Rune for the Void Spirit to come back and get this, because he's so close to his 25 that they really want his talent, right? I mean, either one of his 25 talents are incredible. I think a lot of times people take the Astral Step crit, but there is a case to be made for the root as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing so much damage. The crit's cool, but that root would be really good.
I feel like with the crit, he double Astral Steps a hero and it dies. Like, if he actually finds the Chen or the Snapfire, it's actually just Astral Step in, you press E and Astral Step out, and they're gonna die 100-0.
I think you have to take it.
They're smoking to the bottom side of the map. Roshan not up for 25 seconds. The scan is out. They do have a good ward placed on the left side here, and Vitali putting himself in a position to potentially break the smoke. They see the wave.
Monkey King has a refresher. This could be two really big Wukong commands.
Astral Steps out. Echoes comes in. They actually find Shiro. If they actually get the backside, if they get the supports, that'd be an amazing find. As both teams kind of wrapping around the other way. Want to get a high ground ward. Y is going to be the one that they find. A great start. Stampede comes out. Sharpshooter to finish the job. Shiro drops the Wukong's command. No, he's going to pump fake it. Hold it off for the moment. But it's the Void Spirit on the backside. He's forced the BKB out from Echoes. There's the Wukong's command. But can you just walk away is the question. It gets canceled. Wait a minute. The Wukong's is done. They do get on top of Moose. A lot of damage here thanks to the Brewmaster. They've done it. Buybacks coming through from the Chen as well as Moose. He jumps over the backside. He gets the stomp onto one. PYW in trouble. He's going to need help, though, on the Centaur. A Wind Waker to safety. But Lumpy's trying to find these heroes. He can't do it. He's going to Astral Step away. There it is. Finally, the Wukongs come through, and they get El Misho.
What happened with that first one? I guess he just cast it like way at the edge, and he must have stepped out of it.
Yeah, I think he got accidentally stepped on the left side of the tree. Wind Waker, in comes Pyke. He gets the stomp, he gets the kill, but he needs help. Pyke in trouble, surrounded by 4. He's got nothing left. Buyback comes through. Every single person trying to do what they can to get on top of the Monkey King. The Boomerang is there. They have the Astral Steps, and he's gonna go down. Shiro without Buyback looking for new. He's gonna get the TP. No, disruption from Moose has found him, and that is a dieback now on your Brewmaster. Beast Coast 5 alive as Roshan moves to the top side of the map. Do you go for the end?
Yeah, they're actually not even going to go for Roche because they know there were buybacks in that last fight. This
I'd be curious
is a little scary, though. If you commit too hard again on
Oh,
Sven.
he literally fell on the Yeah, it was max range Wukong's. He fell on the backside of the tree and it instantly canceled.
That's pretty unlucky. But you do have to be careful with where you cast your Wukong's command because of that. And,
they're gonna try and
so there's the fortify.
They can just go to your
do
force.
it. Yeah, no Monkey King. Okay, so technically they don't know Monkey King doesn't have buyback.
True.
So because of that, they might play it safe.
And Pyke committed buyback, so they're gonna get a second
so you don't want to
be.
You don't want to overcommit. So it looks like they're just gonna get megas. With that, I feel like you might suspect like that's kind of weird. You didn't buy back.
Maybe go to your force. We'll see. Storm Spirit's in.
That's a lot of damage.
It's a lot of damage, but saved from the disruption here. Mortimer Kiss is coming through as well. But Chen rejoining the fight. Beast Coast, do you go for the throat or do you go for Roche? You gotta decide. Risky. These towers not dying as fast as you want. There is a Monkey King in 10 seconds. It is time to leave.
Roche. You can probably even go do Roche right now because they'll have to deal with the megas. They're still waiting for the Brewmaster respawn. They might play it safe and reset, but yeah, just get Roche, go back. There's an Aghanims and a Cheese on it. Cheese, fantastic for Sven, although I don't even know if he has the slots for it. Maybe his power treads. I don't know. The Ags.
I'm sure you just give the Cheese to, like, El Misho, honestly. Just so that he might be able to bait out more stuff. Like, he's pretty difficult to kill. Now gets a Ghost Scepter. If he has, like, a Cheese as well, maybe he can bait out more spells, more mana. Scythe of Ice done on the Storm Spirit here.
Give Ags. I want to see Ags on Vitali. I want to see Centaur cart hitting buildings.
Dire are scanning.
Oh, baby.
I mean, he can't be hit on Monkey King ult, right? Like, that just seems kind of good.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Oh, we'll see who they find. They're looking for an opening. Remnant comes out. It's going to just scout out these tree lines, prevent the Monkey King from dancing around in here. Brewmaster can join the fight at any time with his Boots of Travel. As we can see, the buybacks, there's none on Beast Coast. 2 still available for the side of LGD.
We say he can join at any time, but there's actually not a building up here, and the creeps can be killed. I think Y needs to keep a creep nearby.
Yeah. I mean, he could just summon one instantly, right? He has it off cooldown. Very tense. Roshan, I mean, they all know what's up. The problem is the Brewmaster cannot stall any longer. He's coming in. They're going to try and force the fight. They jump in immediately. They get on top of Lumpy, but it's the damage there. The Abyssal Blade trying to get him safety. He gets saved by the Yules from Vitali. Astral steps on out. That's Wukong's. That's BKB's. Moo's barely surviving with the Brewmaster. He's chasing with these summons. They're going to try and just commit for the Roshan, but you need to be careful. They get the tree cut onto Shiro, but they don't see him. Vitali's going to get some eyes. They jump into the backside. They get the Sword Pike. Chops him down. PYW. Why you smile? Falling just solo to this Void Spirit. He's so damn strong. A Wukong's command. The second one out here to try and find El Misho. A Yules to try and buy him a little bit of time. He gets the Blink. Disruption to save him as well. Double buyback from LGD. They're going to try and get back in this, but Lumpy, he wants this Shiro. He's going to be able to jump away for the moment. The stun connects, but a second Astral Step on, and Shiro's gone, baby. They got the damage. Brewmaster recombines on the backside, trying to just get away at this point, but Moose has got vision. El Misho's got him on a Bushmack. The boomerang is out. The stuns, the damage is got him.
Dire structures are fortified.
Beast Coast lose nothing.
Oh, Storm. Yeah, they didn't lose anything. I don't know. I got confused there for a second. Man, that Wind Waker save from Vitali was huge. And the Monkey King ult, like the first one was pretty good, but that's where the Wind Waker save came in. The second one was just not quite on the mark, and everyone got out of it again. They have the tools now.
They're calling the bluff. They're going to say he doesn't have buyback on Monkey King. They're going to go in. They get on top of the important hero, and it's the Storm Spirit. That is a dieback, and I think they know there is no help for the throne here as the last final fortification comes through. LGD out of gas here as they're going to just dive into the fountain, secure themselves the victory. They take down the Brewmaster, and there it is, GG. Another 1-1 for Group A.
Two pretty